D.B. Cooper, the Lindbergh Baby, Anastasia Romanov, Amelia Earhart, Ambrose Bierce, Jimmy Hoffa, Frank Morris and John and Clarence Anglin, Will Byers and Hawkins in the first season of Stranger Things. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, there have been countless disappearance cases when it pertains to Star Wars films. There's never been a bigger disappearance than the disappearance of Star Wars cinema. Newsflash, ladies and gentlemen. Where has Star Wars cinema wandered off to? It turns out that according to Variety, Disney has removed Rogue Squadron, which is an upcoming Star Wars feature, from its theatrical release slot for December 23rd in the year 2023, which means that yet again, there may be some holiday cheers, but no Star Wars cheers. Now, before I go into why Rogue Squadron could have been delayed, I just want to give you a bit of context. The last Star Wars movie that was distributed in the cinema was Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, which wasn't at all a critical success. And that might be a contributing factor to why Disney is reluctant in releasing Star Wars movies. And the reason why The Rise of Skywalker hasn't been a critical success was because it didn't resonate with the large portion of the general movie-going audience, especially Star Wars fans, myself included. But, still, Disney has made some plans to increase their film docket for Star Wars until that article from Variety, which confirmed that Disney might postpone or even possibly cancel Rogue Squadron. Now, the reason for that could be that Rogue Squadron has been detained in the Mickey Mouse borders in Disney+. The reason why that could be the case is because there is a deficiency of time, resources, and sheer commitment that is being allocated to Disney+. So it's kind of like there's a border, I like to call it the Mickey Mouse border, between films and stream television. Not to also mention that Patty Jenkins, who's directing the Rogue Squadron project, is off making Wonder Woman 3 for DC and Warner Brothers, an entirely separate project and an entirely distinct trilogy. And something that you have to keep into consideration is that Disney and Lucasfilms expect her to make a full-on commitment to create this project from scratch entirely. From baby steps to adulthood, pre-production to finalized production. In case you don't get the analogy, Patty Jenkins is expected to be there. And say what you want about Wonder Woman 84, Wonder Woman 3 has been greenlit. If Patty Jenkins has to devote years of her time and career just for the pre-development of Rogue Squadron alone, Warner Brothers might have to spend time looking for another person to produce Wonder Woman 3. And I don't think Warner Brothers wants to do that. So, that being taken into consideration, Disney and Warner Brothers have different expectations when it comes down to making a level of commitment. And as it, has been proven, Warner Brothers is more flexible with scheduling. I just want to share an insight based on something that I've noticed just now. Star Wars Rogue Squadron has appeared to be fans' only hope in receiving another Star Wars movie to be watched on the big screen. So, if you take a look at other future release dates for the Star Wars franchise, you might see that Lucasfilms has 2 empty spots remaining for a couple of untitled Star Wars movies. They're not empty spots, they're actually reserved. Wrong choice of wording there. But the years of interest that, you might want to take a look at is 2025 and 2027. So if we are going to go out on an assumption that Lucasfilms and Disney won't delay those 2 films, and I think, by the way, things are going now, this assumption isn't plausible. But whatever. The point is that without Rogue Squadron, we're going to have to wait 3 years to get a whole Star Wars movie. I don't mind the wait as long as we keep receiving Star Wars entertainment in other mediums, whether it be television or of course, the cinema. The question I have for you now is, what do you think about the postponement or potential cancellation of Star Wars Rogue Squadron? Let me know in the comment section below or Twitter inbox at Cinema Courtroom. Links are provided in the description